Hi, here I would like to share the concept of using the Playwright CLI from the scratch. And we know that there are lots of features available in the Playwright. They are offering that human developer libraries with the different programming languages, and also they are offering the code gen for generating the script after recording the applications. And there is and also there is a MCP servers are offering. Then there is a Playwright CLI also offered. So basically, the Playwright CLI is a command line interface for browser automation designed for coding agents. So this is actually introduced by the Microsoft. Okay, especially for the coding agents like GitHub Copilot or a Claude Code, and this is very specialized and also the token efficient. Okay, token efficient command line tool which compared to MCPs. Okay, so this will be very cheap. Okay, if you can use the Playwright CLI for your scripting or automation in the AI coding agents, so this will be very helpful. Okay, so here I'm going to demonstrate uh, how can we utilize this Playwright CLI from the scratch. So the Playwright CLI itself, there are lots of skills are developed. Okay, so first we'll check how can we install that Playwright CLI. So I have a sample folder created, and the command I can provide npm install at global level. You can install that Playwright CLI. So if you do that, it will install that Playwright CLI at the system level. Okay, so once it get installed, you can check the version as well. Playwright CLI. Once you check the version, you can see that version. Okay, so that means it's successfully installed in the system. Okay, so you can see that version. And after that, what we need to do, we need to install the skills. Okay, using the Playwright CLI, we can install skills. So using this command, you can install the skills. So once you done that, you can see that skills are automatically added here. Okay, so under the .cloud skill Playwright skills, and you have the references file, and also there is a skill file also added automatically. So this is the one-step command. You will get all the skills. Okay, to utilize the utilize the CLI. Next, what we can do a sample example. Okay, for example, you can say Playwright CLI open. So open is a command is already available in their skills. Okay, you can specify that this will actually open the application in the background. Okay, it's a headless mode is open, and also it will return the snapshot with the relevant areas. Okay, for example, the application URL and also the page title. Okay, so if you are using the Playwright MCP, this will give a full snapshot and also the accessibility tree of your entire doc. Okay, so that's where the AI tokens are increasing. Okay, so if you are using a MCP service, this will consume lots of token. Okay, and this Playwright CLI right now using this command, this is not using any AI. Okay, this is actually using the skills. Okay, which we are added here behind the scene. Suppose you want to see that execution in the header mode, you can pass this flag. So I just mentioned the Playwright CLI is opened. Okay, so you can see here that is opened, and here I will open in the side by side, then you can see that. Yeah, so now what we will do, we will do a couple of operations. Okay, now you can see that application is started. What I'm going to do, like a human. Okay, so how a human will interact. You can provide the Playwright CLI. Okay, you can provide the Playwright CLI. Fill username as Sanoj. Okay, for example. So I just given that, it will definitely fail. Okay, so why? Because this fill username as is not able to understand to this Playwright CLI. Okay, because here we are not using any AI. Okay, for understanding. So we need to specifically provide that element. Okay, so element meaning the accessibility tree. For example, you can see this is the Playwright CLI track. When we open that header mode, is tracked. When you open that, you can see the references. So this is a YAML structure of your login form. Okay, this is your login form. This is your structure of your YAML. And here you can see the reference. Okay, the reference we have to provide. If you are not using the AI coding agent, for example, if you are not using a Claude Code or a GitHub Copilot, you can use this reference reference along with your Playwright CLI. Okay, now we saw that this is failed. Okay, next what we can do, we can provide a valid reference and see how this is working. Here you can see I provided Playwright fill E11. Okay, so E11 I just provided, and you can see that is entered the data here in the application side. And next I am going to enter that secret. Okay, that is the password. Okay, that is the password field I also is entered. Next I am going to provide the Playwright CLI click E15. Okay, so what this will do, this will click on that login button. Okay, so this is the way you can utilize different comments. Okay, so what are the comments I used here based on the references. Okay, why? Because I am not using any AI coding agent for now. Okay, I'm just straight away using from the command line. Okay, from the command line interface, they using the Playwright CLI. I'm straight away using the reference of your DOM. Okay, so based on that I have entered. Suppose in some cases you need to perform some actions. Okay, for example, I will expand this. Yeah. So some cases you want to perform using the plain English. Okay, so in that case you can utilize the AI. Okay, what are the AI you want, you can utilize it. Okay, so right now we can see the skills are ready. Okay, so next we will see how can we use the intent based automation while connecting this Playwright CLI skills with the AI coding agents. Okay, so here I'm using the Claude Code. Okay, so the yeah, in the Claude Code we can provide the instructions. Okay, what are the instructions you want, we can provide that. Okay, for example, I am giving an instruction like using a Playwright CLI open source demo.com header mode, enter username as standard user and password as secret, then click on login and verify this inventory page displayed. So this is purely an intent based. I just provided plain English. Okay, earlier we saw that in the terminal we actually provided one instructions like yeah, you can see that this one. Okay, the Playwright CLI fill username as Sanoj. So this was failed. Okay, this is not ended. Okay, because the CLI is not able to understand which element or which reference has to be performed. Okay, so if you are using the intent based or a plain English, it will utilize that Playwright CLI skills behind the scene, and this AI will interpret. Okay, the AI will interpret these instructions and it will send to the tool level. For example, here we have the different skills available. Okay, here you can see these are the different skills available. So this will be utilized to perform the operations on the application side, which reference has to be performed. Okay, so if you are using the intent based or a plain English, it will utilize that Playwright CLI skills behind the scene, and this AI will interpret. Okay, the AI will interpret these instructions and it will send to the tool level. For example, here we have the different skills available. Okay, here you can see these are the different skills available. So this will be utilized to perform the operations on the application side. Okay, so let's see how this will work. Okay, so here I am just entering. Definitely it should be utilized that yeah, the CLI. Okay, the Playwright CLI. Okay, now that is in progress. The execution is in progress. This is our old session. I will close that. Yeah. Now you can see the application will start soon. Okay, so yeah, now you can see it's called the Playwright CLI open that. Okay, and this will create a header mode session. Okay, the header mode session is created. And what we next instructor like, okay, you need to go to the application and enter the username and password. Okay, so the fill username and password. So automatically you can see that is identified. Okay, the E11 is identified, is entered. Okay, next is looking for that E13. Yeah, you can see that that is also entered. Next is going for clicking that button. So using this coding agent, it can help to interpret the instructions which we provided. Okay, now you can see this is actually checking that inventory page is displayed or not by asserting a product. Okay, so that is also completed. So overall execution is completed. Okay, here you can see the summary. Login succeeded and the inventory page is confirmed displayed. URL redirected and the page contains the product heading and confirmation. So this is the instructions we provided, okay, to the coding agent. So the coding agent actually utilized that Playwright CLI skills, and it's invoked the application and it is executed the respective tools. Okay, so it actually utilizes different tools and is interacted on the browser session. So this is the way the Playwright CLI is working in the coding agent. Okay, so suppose if you don't want to use the coding agent, you can straight away use this Playwright CLI in the terminal. Okay, without AI you can perform the operation, but only thing you have to provide specific references. Okay, then only you can understand. Okay, which page or which element I have to interact. Okay, and suppose if you have a Claude Code or a GitHub Copilot subscription, you can straight away utilize this feature. Okay, you can integrate the Playwright CLI first, then you can instruct okay, to the Claude Code or a GitHub Copilot. It will do the operations. So this is the way we can utilize the Playwright CLI with the AI coding agent. Next, we will see how can we utilize this Playwright MCP. Okay, earlier we saw that we use the Playwright CLI. Okay, so I just started an MCP file here. Okay, you can start the MCP server, and the Claude Code you can mention. Earlier we mentioned using the Playwright CLI. Here I am just mentioning Playwright MCP. So I just triggered that. Now let's see how this is going to utilize the Playwright MCP tools. And here you can see this. Do you want to proceed the MCP Playwright navigations? Okay, so here actually what's happening, if you click on that, it will open the application. Okay, the application is opened, and also it will take a snapshot of your entire DOM. It will take a snapshot. It's a accessibility tree. Okay, so that will capture, and for each and every element, for each and every operations like filling or clicking operations, it will capture entire snapshot. That's where this MCP is utilizing the entire context of the application for execution. So right now you can see the execution is successfully completed using this Playwright MCP as well. So here you can see the MCP whole structure, all references are actually tracked. Okay, so this is the way we can execute your application using this Playwright CLI or Playwright MCPs. Okay, so the in terms of a cost efficiency perspective, the Playwright CLI is best choice compared to the Playwright MCP. So at least the Playwright CLI will consume approximately 35 to 40% of your AI credits than the Playwright MCPs. Why? Because in case of MCP, this making a tool call, it will return the page details plus the accessibility tree inline to this coding assistant. And if you are using a Playwright CLI, we are sending the instructions and it will return a small summary. Okay, and it will store to the snapshot files. So this is the way effectively we can utilize both. Next, quickly I want to showcase, I have utilized this Playwright CLI, and I developed some sample custom agents. Okay, that can be work in both Copilot or Claude Code. You can see here I have the framework setup agent, I have the script generation agent, and also there is a blueprint creation agent. Suppose if you have already an automation framework, you can utilize this framework blueprint creation agent. It will automatically create a full skeleton structure of your automation project. It will create a blueprint file. So during the script generation time, you can utilize that blueprint to generate the script. Okay, based on your manual test cases. So here what I did, I have a sample automation framework. So I use the framework blueprint agent. Here you can see in the Claude Code, create a framework blueprint for this framework. So it's automatically created a blueprint file. You can see this is a complete structure of your framework. Okay, that will automatically detect the programming languages and also the full structure. It will list out and the naming convention, how to follow, and also some snippet of your helper methods. All the informations will be created as a blueprint here. Okay, so that is the first step. And later point I used the script generation as you can see. Then I mentioned use Playwright CLI skills to generate script for the following test steps. So here I have go to application and valid credentials like username and password, then click on the login button. Should land on the inventory page. So this is my test steps I provided. I asked this agent to create the test script using this Playwright CLI. So what the Playwright CLI is helping to identify the exact locators. Okay, it will create the script. The script actually based on your automation project structure. So that structure we will get from this framework blueprint. So here you can see these are the test helpers, test objects, and also the test suite. So and it is created at the object first. Okay, here you can see these objects are automatically grounded with live interactions using this Playwright CLI. These objects are actually used in the helper classes. The helper classes are strictly followed follow the naming convention based on the framework. Okay, those informations are captured in the blueprint. And the test suite also class also is created. It's launch the application, then is login. Login enter meaning the enter credentials. Okay, you will enter the username, password, and also is actually doing assertion whether that inventory page is loaded or not. So this is pretty much simple. Okay, if you learn the Playwright CLI from the scratch, then you can explore the Playwright CLI skills integrated with the coding agents. Later point, you can build some custom agents. Then the custom agents can internally utilize this Playwright CLI skills, and we can utilize this Copilot or a Claude Code to interpret or identify your instructions, and it will create the artifacts. So this is the way I think we can accelerate our automation. Okay, at the time of a script authoring time, you can utilize this AI especially. Thank you guys.